Chelsea has secured another signing over the line, and this time is one of Leicester City's best performing players from last season under Enzo Maresca, and that is the English midfielder Kieran Dewsbury Hall. It's Fabrizio Romano that coming with the breaking news. Kieran Dewsbury Hall to Chelsea. Here we go. Player on his way to medical today ahead of contract signing, so he will likely be announced by Chelsea tonight. The deal will be valid until June 2030, which means it is a 6-year contract, and he will be reunited with Enzo Maresca. Chelsea to pay fee around £30 million to Leicester City after final round of talks today. I think purchasing KDH, who is 25 years old, will soon enter his prime, has experience in Championship Premier League, has had a stunning season, fits Enzo Maresca's style of play. He will suit into his system like a T, and only getting him for £30 million, I think that is, honestly, I have to be honest here, I think it's a good purchase. I think it's a fair price. And finally, we can buy players that suit our manager system. I'm not saying a manager should have full, complete power over transfers, but I think they should at least get 1, 2, perhaps 3 players that will suit their system. Because what's the point of being a manager then anyway if you're just going to be thrown the different kinds of players that won't even suit the way you want to play? I think it's a good move from the sporting directors because they are the one that has been pushing for the signing, and I hope they can continue to get a couple of players that will suit Enzo's style of play. For example, a new left back like a Calafiori who can invert and play as a centre back. Maybe get him a sweepy keeper as well. Maybe a new forward if he needs that. Speaking, Leicester City now have 24 hours to sell KDH in order to comply with the PSR. So that is one of the reasons why we could get Dewsbury Hall and why we could perhaps get the price down a little bit, because they are in desperate need to gain in money in 24 hours time because of the PSR regulations. I think he got some good qualities. He's definitely a player that is press resistant. He's very good at shielding the ball and progressing it further up the pitch, carry the ball up the field, and under Enzo Maresca his movement was very good in the final third and created a lot of chances for his teammates. But he can also fill a box-to-box role where he's coming back in defense, helping out, and he can also play as a deep line playmaker if you want him to be utilized in a sort of role like that. So he's versatile, can fill many roles in the midfield, and I'm so happy we actually now backing a manager a little bit, and that he's getting a signing he needs for his system. I also think it's absolutely hilarious that we hijacked a player that Brighton was desperate to get. We're getting our revenge on the Seagull. Question is though, is he going to be a starter? Is he going to be a player that's going to perhaps rotate with one of the 10s that will operate in the half spaces? Will he rotate with Palmer? Maybe Nkunku, Gallagher, Carney, Chukwuemeka? The thing is though, Carney and Gallagher's future is doubtful in the current moment. We know for a long time that Gallagher has been transfer listed, and recently, just for a couple of days ago, there were coming out news as well that we're looking to potentially move on Carney, Chukwuemeka, maybe loan him to AC Milan or sell him. So we will see what's going to happen there. But is he someone that's going to start? I would personally have him rotating with Nkunku, because I feel Nkunku should be one of the 10s in the mid. Question I have, what was even the point of purchasing Carney, Chukwuemeka, maybe other signings like a Santos, Ugochukwu from the beginning? I mean, even Casadei for that matter, because he could be one of the players that could rotate with Nkunku and play in those half spaces. We maybe have wasted both time and money into signing these players, but maybe this was the strategy all along, or owners just got it completely wrong. I'm not really sure there. We can speculate all day, but I still have to question the recruitment strategy here. Because where is Santos going to play? Will he even get any game time? Casadei, are we going to move on him now and just throw him out the window? Is Coney already going to leave after we bought him from Aston Villa and he was regarded as one of the best young talents in England? He can't really help though that he has had his injury record. I spoke this in another video, and Nkunku and Coney is injury prone. And having them both at the club could be a risk. Maybe that's why we're looking to buy KDH, who barely has any injury history whatsoever. Now it's not Nkunku or Coney's fault they got injured. I'm not claiming anything there. It is unlucky. I'm just trying to figure out what the reasons could be. I'm just questioning the recruitment strategy. I think it would be beneficial for Coney to just get a loan move so he can get game time, because he has missed so many games last season after he had difficult with injuries. But I wouldn't sell him because I feel like he has massive potential ahead of the future. But a loan move could definitely be beneficial for his development. Now there is actually another story that is coming from Fabrizio Romano. Chelsea talent Michael Golding is set to join Leicester City in a separate deal after Dewsbury Hall move to Chelsea. Talks on the way between clubs. Maybe we felt that we could gain something more from this deal, that we would have the advantage in this transfer deal by letting maybe Leicester pick a player from our academy that they need for their ideas. And maybe they felt that Michael Golding is going to be a player that can suit and fill a role in their squad, because he's also one of the young talents we have from our academy. I mean, we're producing so many great talents. I'm gutted some of these guys can't get a chance in the first team because they have massive potential. I mean, you can just go through the history of all the players we have produced in our academy. But yeah, I think this could also be one of the reasons we managed to get Dewsbury Hall over the line, because Leicester City will be able to pick one of our young players from the academy. So good luck to Michael Golding. There will of course be stories that's going to develop in the 30 days what fee he will be purchased for. I also have to admit that our board has done another thing that is fantastic, and that is that they're trying to sign players before the window open. They're trying to get players over the line as soon as possible, because that will help Enzo Maresca getting players as early as possible. He will have a much easier job, and we're going to have a very tough and long season coming ahead, and it could be a small difference maker if you're getting signings over the line as soon as possible, because the manager gets more time to work with them. The players get more time to understand each other and settle down at Chelsea. So I think that is something positive as well. And we're also moving quickly to sell players like we did in last window. And we're going to go through a story that Ben Jacobs have updated us with. Chelsea is targeting around £100 million in outgoings, which would also give them freedom to move further in the market, because I really believe we need to strengthen in other positions as well. Maybe we need a new winger, goalkeeper, a left back that's going to invert and make this back free. Maybe we need a new right winger, a striker. We can have discussions all day long what type of positions we need. But one thing is for sure, we need to strengthen this team further. Romelu Lukaku and Armando Broja are still expected to be sold. Offers will be listened to by Conor Gallagher and Trevor Chalobah. These players have been transfer listed for a long time now. We know that, and hopefully teams will be interested in them. The only players I will keep is Chalobah and Gallagher. I think they could fill a role here. It's sad to see when Gallagher had such an incredible performance, he's just getting transfer listed, and the same goes for Chalobah. The last few months playing for Pochettino, he was superb in the backline. But yeah, if it means we're selling them, I hope we can then upgrade and invest in positions we desperately need to upgrade in. So that's my thoughts around it. Continues further from Sports Beat. Chelsea are reportedly ready to offer Conor Gallagher, Amanda Brody and Trevor Chalobah as potential make-weights in a deal for Isaac. Maybe we can use them in a swap deal plus cash to maybe sign Isaac from Newcastle. Now, Newcastle have been very clear that they will not sell Isaac if they won't receive a world record fee. But we could gain that money from the player sales. Let's not forget we have other players we need to sell, like Kepa and other players that have been out alone. Casadei will likely go. We have got money from Hutchinson too now yesterday by selling him to Ipswich. A player like Alexander Isak, I would be absolutely for it. I won't rule it out as an impossible move. I think we have a small chance of having the chance of signing him, but I think it's going to be late in the transfer window because this deal will be very complicated to get over the line. There were stories yesterday circling around that we could add Nicholas Jackson in a swap deal, but I think that is completely BS because there have been stories that the owners are board are very happy with Nicholas Jackson's development, etc., and his performances, and they want to continue with him as one of the strikers. So I don't see that's going to happen. I wouldn't approve it either. I think Nicholas Jackson had a fantastic debut season, even though he missed a lot of sitters. But overall, his season was fantastic if you think of it. So this is going to be all the latest around the transfer stories. Let me know how you feel around KDH, if the signing is worth £30 million and if he's going to upgrade our team. And let me know around the other things we went through. So if you want to be a legend, make sure you like this video, subscribe to my page, hit that notification bell so you never miss when the content drops. And I thank you so much for watching, and I'm out. Peace.